Prince George's County is an urban county entitled to receive federal grant funds. The Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, entitlement funds are appropriated by the U.S. Congress annually. They are distributed through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, on a formula basis to participating jurisdictions. Prince George's County receives approximately $5.1 million of CDBG funds each year. The Department of Housing and Community Development, or DHCD, provides annual competitive grant opportunities to eligible nonprofit organizations and municipalities. CDBG is a federally funded program designed to assist local jurisdictions in implementing community development initiatives. These initiatives address the core goals of the Title I Housing and Community Development Act of 1974, as amended. CDBG program goals are to develop viable communities by providing decent housing, a suitable living environment, and expanding economic opportunities. Nonprofit organizations and local municipalities can apply for CDBG funds for eligible activities that meet HUD's national objective. This objective is to provide benefits to low and moderate income persons. Activities that are eligible for CDBG funding include, but are not limited to, acquisition of real property, relocation and demolition, rehabilitation of residential and non-residential structures, construction of public facilities and improvements such as water and sewer facilities, streets and neighborhood centers, public services within certain limits, activities relating to energy conservation and renewable energy resources, assistance to profit-motivated businesses to carry out economic development and job creation and retention activities. It is important to note that the Community Development Block Grant is a reimbursable program, meaning nonprofit organizations and municipalities must spend their own money first, then seek reimbursement for eligible costs from DHCD for the approved program. It is also important to know that CDBG funds cannot be used to acquire property that will be used primarily for religious purposes or to promote religious interests. Funding requests to acquire property for an eligible use must identify site, sales price, and estimated value based on comparable market values. For capital improvement projects, the applicant organization must hold the title to the property or building, and the costs must be supported by cost estimates. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has established an outcome-based performance measurement system to address the objectives and outcomes of the CDBG program. These objectives include creating a suitable living environment, which relates to activities that provide benefits to communities, families, or individuals by addressing issues in their living environment such as poor infrastructure, crime, or literacy. Providing decent housing, which relates to any housing activities designed to meet the housing needs of individuals and families, and creating economic opportunities that apply to activities related to economic development, commercial revitalization, or job creation. An example of a successful CDBG application and project is the City of Greenbelt's Infrastructure Improvement Project. The Breezewood Drive Street Improvement Phase 2 was awarded CDBG funds in the amount of $128,240. This project included curb and gutter repair and replacement, base repair, milling, resurfacing, sidewalk and driveway apron replacement, handicap access ramps, and concrete bus pads. This project benefited approximately 6,640 residents in a low to moderate income area. Greenbelt used matching funds of $128,240 to complete the project. Another example of a successful CDBG project is the Single Family Home Acquisition Program offered by the Housing Initiative Partnership Program, or HIP. The CDBG award amount was $250,000. This award allowed HIP to acquire a single-family home for low to moderate income persons or families. HIP matched the CDBG funding with state program funds in the amount of $125,000 and utilized an additional $125,000 of their own funds. For more information and additional resources about the Community Development Block Grant Program in Prince George's County, please visit the Department of Housing and Community Development website at hcd.mypgc.us and click on Federally Funded Programs and go to Community Development Block Grant. To receive notices about the availability of funding for the CDBG program and other updates, subscribe to MyPGC on the Prince George's County Government website and select Housing as your topic of interest. To review the most recent CDBG plans and reports, click on Resources and go to Plans and Reports. And finally, for HUD guidelines regarding CDBG, visit the HUD website at www.hud.gov and type in the search browser Playing by the Rules, a handbook for CDBG subrecipients on administrative systems. DHCD looks forward to partnering with you in providing critical resources to our community.